Okay guys, last one with test one. It was the unit circle and some properties of trig functions. The unit circle we didn't use a whole lot except for our quadrant angles, and the biggest properties that we needed to know were the domain and range, and I like learning those better with the graph, so we will go over that more with the review of test two, but we'll do a little bit of it here. So the unit circle, if you remember from the first page, I did the basic unit circle. The basic unit circle just has our quadrant angles: 0, pi over 2 pi, 3 pi over 2. And just remember, it's cosine comma sine. So if you're given a problem with radius of 1, it's cosine comma sine. So at 0, my cosine is 1, my sine is 0. The other way is you can figure out where your functions are undefined based on where zeros would be in the denominator. Like here, cosine over sine or cotangent would be undefined because you would have 0 in the denominator. So that's how this helps me. So let's go to the first problem I have on these notes. It says, what is the domain of the cosine function? Well, there's never a point where the cosine is undefined because there's no denominator, so it's all real numbers. The domain of the sine and the cosine are all real numbers, so you don't have to worry about that one either. Okay, let's look at the next one. Use even odd properties of the trigonometric functions to find the exact value of the given expression. Okay, cosine is even, so the cosine of negative pi over 4 will equal the cosine of pi over 4. But if you don't remember that, just draw negative pi over 4. So negative pi over 4 is here. It's adjacent over hypotenuse. It's 1 over the square root of 2. So don't stress if you don't remember if it's even or odd. Just draw the angle and find the cosine of it. Let's look, I'm going to skip to this one. Same thing with sine. So sine is odd. Sine is negative 30. If you don't remember that it's odd, draw negative 30 degrees. It's opposite over hypotenuse. It's negative 1/2. That's the sine of negative 30 degrees. The other way to figure it out is with knowing that it's odd. The sine of negative 30 will equal negative sine of 30. Well, the sine of 30 is 1/2, it's negative, so both ways you're getting negative 1/2, the correct answer. Okay, let's go to the periodic functions. So we're going to come back up here. Use the fact that trigonometric functions are periodic to find the exact value. Just draw 7 pi over 3. You're right, it repeats every pi, but we've done this 100 different ways. Do it the way that makes the most sense to you. 7 pi over 3 is here, where this is pi over 3 or 60 degrees. So we're going to find the cotangent of 60 degrees, which is 1 over the square root of 3, and that's your answer. Last one, same thing, tangent of 405, using that as periodic. Just draw 405 degrees. The tangent is going to be opposite over adjacent or 1. And also, guys, if you type that in your calculator, you're going to get the right answer. So just use what you can. Okay, that's it for test one, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. And tomorrow we'll be reviewing test two. That's all the graphs and phase shifts, periods, and inverses. Good luck.